Hello everyone, I'm making this video to talk a little about the choices I made in my previous legacy video, the part 2 of Belsavis. The main reason is that I received quite a lot of comments that question my choices regarding the assassins, the Darth Ekkage's assassins. And the comments have been from friendly suggestions to, why didn't I go the peaceful path with them, to people who expressed their strong disappointment from my videos. And I wanted to address that because I don't think I did something wrong there. And here's why. So the main problem is why I didn't choose to tell the assassins that I'm the Emperor's Wrath in attempt to make them follow me instead of Ekkage, or in attempt to make them leave Belsavis in peace or something like that. In short, why I said this.
Because if released, you will all serve Darth Barris. And I hate Darth Barris.
Okay, let's forget for a moment that Cedonia is the Emperor's Wrath. Let's focus purely on who Cedonia is. In short, Cedonia hates both Barris and his sister. Barris from the perspective of the story, the fact that he betrays her, and both him and his sister from the perspective of the legacy story. If you remember Poena's origin, when she was little, she was Barris's servant. That has been revealed through the series of the legacy. She has been a slave and she was abused, she was tormented, tortured. They did horrible things to her. If you remember in the previous video, Cedonia asks Poena if she knows Barris's sister, meaning has she seen her back then when she was Barris's slave? And first she says no, but then when she hears the name Ekkage, she says, oh yes, I know her. She's even crazier than him. Now that doesn't reveal very clearly. That is because I plan on expanding a little bit on that in future videos. But Darth Ekkage was one of the people who did all these things to Poena. That is the truth. Now here I admit that it's probably my bad. I apologize if that information didn't come across very clearly in the last video. But Poena not only knows Ekkage, but Ekkage was actively one of the people who did all these things to her when she was a child. And if you remember in a video some time ago, I believe it was called Secret, where Cedonia finds Poena's journal on Drummond Cass, and in there Poena says that she didn't admit the truth about Barris at first because she was worried that Cedonia will become too obsessed with anger for what Barris did to her master, and it will cloud her judgment and so on. Well, she's not really obsessed with anger, but she's pretty angry with both Barris and Ekkage and all their devoted followers. There was a comment saying that my choices are selfish and something like that. Well, that's kind of true, but because it's now personal. From legacy perspective, the conflict between Cedonia, Poena, and Ekkage and Barris is personal. It's not only what you have in the in-game story, it's also the legacy part. So that said, Cedonia has absolutely no motivation to be friendly with those guys and to think of ways how to make them leave peacefully and so on. They have been the servants of this crazy woman who has done horrible things, and they did horrible things with her. And when I think about it, the only logical reason why Cedonia would want them to go free would be if they were victims in this case, if, say, Darth Ekkage forced them to serve her and forced them to be what they are. But nothing in this story, in the backstory that the Hand of the Emperor gives me, and nothing in the short conversation I have with them points out that they're actually decent people. Just by the look of them, when you see their obvious red eyes and stuff, you can tell that they're evil, that they're not decent, and therefore it makes no sense for Cedonia to just want to let them go free, even if she can avoid this fight. She has no reason to be friendly or to try and come up with peaceful solutions in this problem. Now, if you're gonna go into the Emperor's Wrath thing, the first thing you have to have in mind is that Cedonia didn't choose to be the Emperor's Wrath, and she doesn't really have love for the Emperor, mostly because he was part of Poena's madness, if you remember, in the Dark Heart, and she doesn't really feel affiliated with the Emperor. Plus, so far, the fact that she's been the Emperor's Wrath didn't really give her any big privileges, and I guess you can say that those assassins will be so moved by the fact that the Emperor's Wrath is talking to them that they will forget all their allegiances, all that they have been and all that they have done, and just go leave Belsavis and live a peaceful and virtuous life. But I just didn't think so. And I guess there was one more thing about Master Timmns. It was just one comment, so that's not a public opinion, but let me address it. I really care about such things. Now, the comment states that I was really offensive to Master Timmns. I would say the exact opposite. I think I was pretty friendly with the guy. First, let's see how he greets me, what his lines are.
Come out of there, friend, so we can talk properly.
Good try, but I sense your nature. I know you are Sith. All I'll tell you is that we're headed for deep prison. The exact location of Darth Ekkage's cell remains my secret. In good faith, I'll point you to her assassins. You can make sure they remain locked up while I get access to the deep prison.
As you can see, he doesn't like me much, and he clearly trusts me even less. And look what my lines were.
Come out of there, friend, so we can talk properly. Does Master Carr fare well? Nice to see you Jedi aren't always in the dark. Tell me how I can break you out. You destroyed the computers, so I couldn't get the information I need. I have no quarrel with you, Timmns. Let's work together.
How unexpectedly amiable.
How do I know you'll make good on your promise? Tell me where to find you.
Isn't that nice? You want to make sure we can find each other.
I don't think there was anything wrong with that, so yeah, that's it. I guess I have nothing else to say about this video. I'm sorry if I sound a little too excited, but I really am excited about this story and about everything that's going on. So yeah, that's what I love most doing, that's what I'm passionate about. So there you have it. Tell me what you think. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to blame you guys for not agreeing with me. I'm just trying and make you see things the way I see them, the way I feel for these characters, and so on. So that was it. Stay tuned and be good.